Probably not. The reality is PIP only covers $10,000, right?
And it's
and PIP is personal injury protection, for those who don't know. Personal injury protection, it is required by the state of Florida, and quite honestly, I would love for PIP to be gone. Do it with PIP, and then force everybody to have at least $25,000 bodily injury coverage. That's the ideal scenario. Why? Because then everybody's going to have coverage, and if you're in an accident, regardless of who's at fault, you're going to have at least $25,000 worth of coverage, which is a lot more than what everybody has right now. So,
well, and PIP, remember, pays for medical expenses, lost wages, and mileage.
yeah, and
So
not
it's
all the
really
lost
not-
wages is 60% of the lost wages.
And
Correct.
80% of the medical.
And well, if it's not 100% coverage, but you could also have a big deductible too, $1,000 deductible. So
And that's another piece of insurance that you may consider getting in the event that if you don't have and you only have PIP, and your PIP only covers 80% of your expenses up to $10,000, that means you still have a couple $1,000s out of pocket that you may be responsible
right.
for. So there's also another sort of coverage that you can purchase, which is called MedPay, and that will make up the difference of what your $10,000 of PIP does not pay. So
very good point. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
another
MedPay
thing
is
to
very
talk
important.
to an insurance adjuster or insurance agent about
Sure.
whether MedPay is right for you.
And several years ago, the legislators up in Tallahassee, what they did is they did away with the potential for benefits by requiring, if you do not seek treatment within the first 14 days, what happens? You've just forfeited the $10,000. You're limited at $2,500.
And I want it to be clear to the audiences that those $10,000, you'll see the benefit of the treatment, but for the most part, that's not money that you will see personally the benefit of, other than the treatment that you've received, or if it's lost wages, the lost wages you received.
Sure.
So it's a misnomer to say, well, I have PIP, that's going to cover for my loss. It does in a sense, because it helps you seek treatment, but there isn't any monetary amount that you typically see from PIP coverage.
Yeah, $10,000 worth of PIP coverage does not mean someone's going to be sending you a $10,000 check.
Not at all. You'll never see that money.
You'll never see that money.
That's
That
exactly right.
money goes to the doctors. You may see it in the form of mileage reimbursement or
Right.
some lost wage claim, but it's going to be very, very minor. And it's
Absolutely.
not going to be for your pain and suffering.
And that doesn't happen automatically. You've got to call the insurance company and let them know, please reserve $5,000 for lost wages, and then you only are limited to $5,000 worth of medical coverage. So how far is that going to take you? Not very far.